it's tough, but I tell you, man, it feels like it was 3 games in one night for us with all the things that kind of kept happening. And I tell you, when Josie made those 2 3-pointers, I got chills. You know, I mean, it was an awesome feeling. These kids, they don't give up, and even, you know, they might put their head down for a few seconds and think that that's it, but then they step up when they see their teammates, you know, step up for them, and this group just doesn't die. They never give up, and it's unfortunate that it had to end this way for them.
I feel like you guys the jitters stayed with you a little longer than you had hoped? Or?
Yeah, you know, it got to the point where we hadn't scored in such a long time that I was like, man, we got to call a set play. You know, usually, you know, we're okay spreading the floor, attacking, we get an offensive rebound, or we get a good lane to drive, and they took everything away from us. So we ended up trying to call a couple set plays, a couple set out of bounds plays, and even those weren't falling. But it was going for both teams, you know, and it just lasted for us a little bit longer.
Is that one of the most aggressive teams you've played?
You know, there's a couple teams in our league that were just as aggressive, but we hadn't seen that in a couple weeks, and I think it kind of smacked us in the face a little bit.
Free throws. You always talk about free throws.
Yeah.
I know you work on them. What do you think was the case tonight from the free throw line?
You know, I think what happened was once we started missing a couple, it just kind of became a snowball effect, and it just didn't leave us mentally. And we've tried games and things like that to try and get them just to forget about the last one and focus on the next one. But they're 17, 18 years old. You know, they'll remember stuff. So
looking back to the beginning of this season, you know, a CIF semifinal run, you got to be happy with how this.
Yeah, we're definitely happy. You know, when we set up our practice schedule, I told them we set practice times, dates. We knew exactly when the playoff games were at. I didn't have next week on the schedule because I didn't know what date they were going to be. My book only went to 30 games, so a couple weeks ago I told them, I said, hey, if we get to the championships, I got to buy an extra book. So that was our motivation. Let's go buy an extra book, but we still might. We'll apply for the state. We'll apply for the state on Monday, and last year all 4 semifinalists went to state, so we'll see what happens. So we might live for another day.
I hope. Karina, congratulations on a great senior season.
Thank you.
What do you think went wrong tonight for you guys?
We weren't going back for defense. We played a hard game. We all put in everything we could, but we couldn't show them who was a better team. So we all tried as hard as we could, and I tried to rebound. They wouldn't just go to me. Tried to get open. All the tall girls were guarding me. All the guards had a good game. Chin had a good game. I'm just glad of all my teammates.
It must be pretty exciting to play in this atmosphere. Do you think you guys might have been a little too overexcited going into this?
Yeah, we thought it was going to be a close game. We thought we were going to have a chance, but as soon as we noticed during the third quarter, our players were getting injured. We couldn't step up. We just put everything we could, and we couldn't win.
I know it's hard right now, but to make the CIF semifinals, your senior season, you got to be pretty happy.
Yeah, I was. Both the boys and the girls made it, and that's really big. They haven't made it in a long time, I think ever. And we thought we were going to make it far, but I'm glad we made it this far.
There it is.
Coach, well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What was the key tonight? You think just down low, number 14 for you?
I think it's been the entire season, just get the basketball down low. Both 14, 55, and 4. That's really been kind of our game. That was our key today.
Seemed like they were really emotional, and that might have hurt them. How did you keep your girls calm going into this?
We've been here before, and we understand how to play in this situation, play in this environment. And we knew that we wanted to get a pass. It was the second time that we've been, or third time we've been in the semifinals, and we knew we wanted to get to the finals. So emotionally, they wanted it.
What would it mean for you guys to win a CIF title?
Oh my goodness, it would mean everything in the world. Everything in the world, especially for these 6 seniors who are playing.